I've been thinking about myself today, thinking how I changed, how I really don't care if you are here or if you don't stay.
Hi guys, so good evening and welcome back to my magical world. It's me, Frostbite. Ayan, it's 9:40 in the evening and not today pa. Wait lang. I'll check something guys. Ayan, so today is October 9, 2023 and it's Monday, so not everyone is happy on Mondays, but me, I'm just okay with it. Like today, medyo okay na tayo. So, ayan guys, so ang dami kong ginagawa sa life. Kakatapos ko lang I watered the entire plant of this planet. No, I'm just kidding. Just, just the, around the vicinity of my area. Of my area. Well, something like that, guys. I watered the entire plants for like 30 minutes to an hour. Yan. Feeling ko mga ganun. Tagal ko nag-water na. Kasi madami siyang plants. Dumami na yung plants ko na laging sinisira ng iba dyan. Okay, meron guys, merong mga pasaway na humanity. Humans. Okay? Let's continue reading again. Focus on me. I will start our reading session, guys. Alam nyo guys, you can always subscribe to my channel. Like, just do it. Okay. So, we're still reading the book Flow. Don't worry guys, we're about to finish. That's why we're doing our best to finish this book. And then pag natapos na natin to, we're going to move on to a better book. Yan, sobrang sultry, sexy, and alerting yung next book na that I'm going to read for you guys. But for now, finish muna natin to, okay? So, ulitin ko lang ha. We're on the page 174 and 175. I don't cut it if I mistakenly said something. It's okay. It's part of the video kasi wala na akong time mag-edit. So it is what it is. Okay. So the long evenings are taken up by reading and writing. Books on every imaginable subject line the walls of her 2 cabins. Then there are the occasional trips for supplies, and in the summer, some variety is introduced by the visits of fishermen passing through. Dorothy seems to like people, but she likes being in control of her own world even more. One can survive solitude, but only if one finds ways of ordering attention that will prevent entropy from distracting the mind. Susan Butcher, the dog breeder and trainer who raises sleds in the Arctic for up to 11 days on end while trying to elude the attacks of frog, moose, and wolves, moved years ago from Massachusetts to live in a cabin 25 miles from the nearest village of Manly, Alaska. At that time, guys, the population of Alaska is 62. Okay? Ang konti, no? I wonder how it feels like to live there. Kasi, you know me, I wanted to travel a lot. I love staying in places that I haven't been yet. Tama ba? Basta ganun, guys. So, ayan. Ano ba tayo? Na-distract agad ako pag sa mga travel. So, before her marriage, she lived alone with her 150 huskies. She doesn't have the time to feel lonely, hunting for food and caring for her dogs who require her attention 16 hours a day, 7 days a week prevent that. Okay, so usually, this happens talaga guys when you are, like, especially for animals, when you are an animal lover or pet lovers, diba, if you consider yourself that way, diba, sometimes you don't really have to have that lonely time kasi you have uh, animals to feed, right? Like for example, dogs. Ito, di ba, ang dami. So, 50 huskies is really something. So, wala ka nang talagang time mag-emote-emote sa life. Just do your job well. Diba? So, she knows she knows each dog by name and the name of the dog's parents and grandparents. Diba? Amazing. So she knows their temperaments, preferences, eating habits, and current health. Susan claims she would rather live this way than do anything else. So there are people like this talaga guys, like super passionate when it comes to doing something. Like their focus is only one way, their passion. Okay? So the routines she has built demand that her consciousness be focused on manageable tasks all of the time, thereby making life a continuous flow experience. A friend who likes to cross oceans alone on a sailboat once told an anecdote that illustrates the length of these solitary cruisers sometimes have to go in order to keep their minds focused. Approaching the Azores on an eastward crossing of the Atlantic, about 800 miles short of the Portuguese coast, and after many days without sighting a sail, he saw another small craft heading the opposite way. It was a welcome opportunity to visit with a fellow cruiser, and two boats set course to meet in the open sea side by side. So the man in the other boat had been scrubbing his deck, which was partly covered by a foul-smelling, sticky yellow substance. How did you get your boat so dirty? Asked my friend to break the ice. Well, you see, shrugged the other, it's just a mess of rotten eggs. My friend admitted that it wasn't obvious to him how so many rotten eggs happened to get smeared over a boat in the middle of the ocean. So well said the man, the fridge gave out and the eggs boiled. There hasn't been any wind for days and I was getting really bored, so I thought that instead of tossing the eggs overboard, okay, so I would break them over the deck so that I would get to clean them off afterward. I let them set for a while so it would be harder to clean them off, but I didn't figure on them smelling so bad. So in ordinary circumstances, solo sailors have plenty to keep their minds occupied. Okay, so are you a sailor, guys? So I think a lot of nowadays, like people are like really attracted to men that do sailing, even women, because they have this kind of they're stable. Like when you um, research about that, right? Their job is somehow stability and security is in there. That's why it's like a good preference, but a risky preference. Alam niyo naman yung nasa dagat, di ba? Kailangan nila ng kalinga. Kalinga. Anyways, continue. Baka saan pa tayo mapunta dyan. So their survival depends on being ever alert to the conditions of the boat and of the sea. It is this constant concentration on a workable goal that makes sailing so enjoyable. But when the doldrums set in, they might have to go to heroic lengths to find any challenge at all. So, is coping with loneliness by letting unnecessary yet demanding rituals give shape to the mind any different from taking drugs or watching TV constantly? It could be argued that Dorothy and the other hermits are escaping from reality just as effectively as addicts are. So in both cases, entropy is avoided by taking the mind off unpleasant thoughts and feelings. Yet, how one copies with solitude makes all the difference. If being alone is seen as a chance to accomplish goals that cannot be reached in the company of others, then instead of feeling lonely, a person will enjoy solitude and might be able to learn new skills in the process. Hingang malalim kasi nakakapagod din magbasa, guys. No, you need a lot of water, activated water. Yan. With, ano ba? Yung high pH, yan. Mga pH 7 to 9. Alkaline, preferably. Yung arte natin, no? Medyo mahal kasi yun. But it's healthy. So, win-win naman kayo, guys. Bahala kayo kung ayaw nyo, di ba? I'm just saying that it's healthy. So, wait lang. Ayan. So, on the other hand, the solitude is seen as a condition to be avoided at all costs instead of as a challenge. The person will panic and resort to distractions that cannot lead to higher levels of complexity. Breeding prairie dogs and racing sleds through Arctic forests might seem like a rather primitive endeavor compared to the glamorous antics of playboys or cocaine users. Yet, in terms of psychic organization, the former is infinitely more complex than the latter. Lifestyles built on pleasure survive only in some symbiosis with complex cultures based on hard work and enjoyment. So, but when the culture is no longer able or willing to support unproductive hedonists, those addicted to pleasure, lacking skills and discipline, and therefore unable to fend for themselves, find themselves lost and helpless. Okay? So, wala lang guys. Ayan. So, okay lang ba kayo guys? Gabi na, no? Nagbabasa pa din tayo. So, I think this day is productive day kasi we're doing our job well done and we're trying to eat healthy. Okay, so marami din akong accomplishment I think today. So, I like it. Continue. Okay, sana kayo din guys. I really hope that you are using your time wisely. Diba? So this is not to imply that the only way to achieve control over consciousness is to move to Alaska and hunt moose. A person can master flow activities in almost any environment. Again, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo guys. Like, you don't need to be anywhere else. Like, for example, me. For example, okay, like I wanted to go to Paris, right? There are jobs there for me that I can do. But right now, like, I have things to consider. So I'm not yet doing any plans yet. But we don't know yet, right? So I'm just making the most of the time of the environment that I am right now. So, ganun lang talaga guys. You can do it also. Okay? And stop the fucking complaining thing. It is not good for us. Face what's in front of you muna before like anything else. The world can wait. Okay? So, one at a time. Ha? Okay? Relax. Continue. Ang dami kong echoes. Makinig kayo sa akin na those are relevant things that I don't say outward to other people. Sa inyo lang guys, kasi special kayo. Nahanap niyo yung channel ko. So, ayan. Continue. A few will need to live in the wilderness or to spend long periods of time alone at sea. Most people will prefer to be surrounded by the reassuring hustle and bustle of human interaction. However, solitude is a problem that must be confronted whether one lives in southern Manhattan or the northern reaches of Alaska. Unless a person learns to enjoy it, much of life will be spent desperately trying to avoid its all effects. We have a subtopic here entitled Flow and the Family. Some of the most intense and meaningful experiences in people's lives are the result of family relationships. Many successful men and women would second Lee Iacocca's statement, "I've had a wonderful and successful career, but next to my family, it really hasn't mattered at all." Yan. So, period na muna guys. Tomorrow na natin. We'll continue it tomorrow. Okay, so ganun talaga guys. You can't finish the entire book in one sitting. So, pangit naman yung tatapusin mo agad. So, parang ano to, series. Diba? Nilalasap natin yung per chapter. So, ayan guys. So, since nakakapagod ang ating Monday, let's have a rest na. Thank you guys for listening. And again, subscribe na kayo kasi what else are you waiting for? Diba? So, ayan. Good night. Matulog na tayo. Thank you sa pakikinig sa aking channel. Yan, tune in to a Frostbite Goddess. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generations.
Now I'm feeling those winter blues, but I don't wanna cry. 'Cause all we ever do is laugh it off, and I'm sick and I don't know why. Do you remember that night we met? I thought you looked so fine. Guess we have to agree to disagree for this one last time. Pretty weird that day when we did not exchange our